How did you feel about tigers at that time?
Kalau perasaan saya ingin membunuh harimau tersebut, sebab itu sumber ekonomi saya dihabisin sama harimau.
I think everyone scared of the thing that out of their control.
Binatang yang bijaksana dan secara prinsip dia tidak mengganggu manusia. Jadi kakek saya adalah seorang pawang harimau ya.
Western Sumatra, land of the Sumatran tiger. With only 400 individuals estimated to be left in the wild, I've come here to follow the people living alongside one of the rarest big cats on earth. I've come here chasing a story of a man, Ilyas Ponomani, a man said to have the power to speak to these big cats. They called him the Pawang. In these forests, the Pawang was once a bridge between man and predator. Using ritual, chant, and what some might call magic to keep the peace. In a small cabin set alongside a bustling road, I've come to meet one of Ilyas's last living relatives, his daughter, Syamsidar, who still remembers the ancient traditions that her father once used.
Tapi tahu awak dia yang pawang harimau ini tahu. Bisa? Ya, bisa bicara.
According to Syamsidar, Ilyas would use chants and sounds without any food to summon only sinful tigers to speak to them, and then he would decide their fate.
Kamu makan sapi orang ya. Kalau enggak. Kalau iya ya.
And if the tiger was eating the livestock, you would kill the tiger?
Iya.
Although this may seem a little barbaric, the ritual of the Pawang was a deep trusted practice that helped keep the community belief strong and maintained a balance between tigers and people. Unlike the modern world, the Minang culture revered tigers, not only as protectors of the local community, but as descendants, believing that their spirits were once those of Pawangs that lived before them. These beliefs still live on today through Ilyas's grandson, Mr. Syamsul, who is now the village leader.
Ya, keberadaan harimau itu dari sejarah yang kita percaya sampai hari ini. Kalau kita di Minangkabau kan panggil harimau itu inyek. Saat kita tersesat di dalam hutan, maka kita minta izin inyek. Bahkan dalam kepercayaan orang-orang yang suka ke hutan itu, dia minta bantu. Kalau tersesat minta bantu sama inyek. Nah.
Knowing the amount of human-wildlife conflict that goes on with these big cats around the world, it's crazy to hear that the tigers here aren't feared but respected as a source of help and guidance. And even now, many still hold on to that belief that despite being wild, tigers don't exist to harm people. I asked Mr. Syamsul why there were no more Pawangs in this area today.
Jadi memang dia lahir dari dirinya ketika bisa berkomunikasi dengan harimau itu, memang secara batinnya itu sulit untuk diturunkan.
The Pawang's time has passed, but thankfully, the tigers live on. Protecting them now is a group of rangers, activists and volunteers. I'm following a local group of them, known as the Patroli Anak Nagiri, or the PAGARI unit for short.
I can't believe you guys work here. How lucky are you? I can't stop smiling. I think that's possibly the best work commute I've ever seen in my life. There are 3 tigers living in close proximity right now. We're out looking for any tracks or signs to see if they're still in the vicinity, and I believe one of the team has literally just found one right now. Whoa, oh I see, yeah, obvious. We've just found the first tiger footprint. They're crossing the road from the area of natural jungle into this area where the villages are, where they have their farms, their dogs, and of course their livestock. We're out with the patroller unit to find out how to mitigate this potentially very treacherous situation.
Further up the path, known by the team as the Tiger Highway, we find even more prints.
This is the cub. Significantly smaller to the last print that we saw. So 2 tigers travelling together. How old do we think this cub is? 6 months, so juvenile now? Yeah. Wow.
A protective mother and a cub could be very dangerous. Everyone here has a story to tell, like Mr. Boy. His home sits right on the edge of tiger territory. Mr. Boy tells me how he first encountered a tiger unexpectedly on his dog walk.
Sekitar jam 8 pagi. Jadi pas ketemu ini gonggong anjingnya, saya lihat taunya di depan. Paling jaraknya sekitar 10 meter lah, 20 meter lah dari sini ke situ.
Close?
Yes.
Close. What did the tiger do?
Jadi saya melihat harimau itu dia lagi di tengah jalan tanah ini, jalan ini. Jadi dia lagi tidur. Saya mau ngambil kamera, mau foto kayak gini.
You got a photo of it?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Enggak jadi.
This was not the last encounter he had with this individual though.
Satu, tapi di waktu itu orang BKS dia ngelihat ada bekas anaknya di sana, jejaknya. Ya. Ketok-ketok itu galon dipukul-pukul itu.
Even as a true dog lover, Mr. Boy still reveres these big cats. It's a real testament to the inherent bond that the people here have. And despite everything, he believes they need protection, so future generations still have a chance to see them. The simple act of making noise can be used to deter most wild animals, and tigers are no exception. It is a technique used with great effect by the PAGARI unit.
There are 2 things that the patroller unit do to make it safe to keep patrolling this area. One of which is they set off a big noise that comes out of that pipe. That is essentially the equivalent of hey bear in bear territory. The idea is that you are going to spook the tiger, allow it to move out of this area before we keep walking, because the last thing you want to do is encounter that mum and cub in case she goes into defensive mode. We've also just seen that the patroller unit have sent up the drone. They have a heat detecting drone which allows them to check the area nearby to see if there is under the canopy somewhere that mum and cub bedded down, just resting in this very, very hot weather.
This area, with its mix of vibrant rainforest and subsistence farming, has a high chance of interaction and potential conflict between animals and humans. Another farmer told me what it feels like when the balance breaks down. A tiger had attacked his farm, killing 1 cow and injuring 4 more.
Kalau perasaan saya ingin membunuh harimau tersebut, sebab itu sumber ekonomi saya dihabisin sama harimau itu.
The PAGARI unit helped him change his mindset about tigers, and he is now a member of the unit himself.
Pikir ada injak harimau itu. Iya, penting sekali kalau harimau ini ya. Kalau kita bertani, kalau nggak ada harimau di sini, otomatis ladang kita habis dimakan babi. Sebab yang harimau itu makannya mangsanya babi ya, jadi babi jadi berkurang. Jadi apa itu seimbang gitu.
Tigers may be a threat to livestock here, but they are also a huge asset to crops. With the tiger, there's balance. Without it, everything tips. Livestock here are often left out in the open, and with prey numbers falling, the animals are an easy target for the tigers. Alex, the head of the PAGARI unit, has been working with locals to reduce this risk by building community pens.
So people from the whole village can bring their cows here and keep them safe overnight?
Yes, we prepare for that because we already encountered the tiger attack for more than 3 times.
So your local community was losing quite a lot of money
Yes.
to tigers here?
Yes, we are planning for protect not only the cow but also the tiger because we know we are living side by side by the forest. We need to protect our community, not disrupt the
Tiger? Yeah, so you kind of want to just do your thing and let the tiger do his thing and keep everyone, the tiger and the people, safe. That's very admirable. Are you scared of the tigers?
I think everyone's scared of the thing that out of their control, but we need to control our fear of anything to keep move on and life must go on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the first project of our local community. I hope we will not encounter another attack.
So hopefully this should be enough to deter the tiger.
If this war,
Yeah.
maybe we will make another project like this in another side.
How does it feel to know that you've got tigers living nearby?
We feel like some kind of fear inside our heart and also abroad because the tiger living side by side with us, it means we still have the right ecosystem here.
The work once done by the Pawang is continuing, but not with magic and ritual, but with knowledge and technology. The PAGARI unit's camera traps are not only being used to monitor the tiger's movements, but also to keep track of the number of individuals roaming in this area. Back on the Tiger Highway, as the team removes the camera traps, we find some footage captured.
From the last spot by the rice paddies? Oh, wow.
Of a mother and her juvenile cub, but they're not alone. They're being tracked by another tiger.
Yeah. Oh, you can see the size difference. And much bulkier. Just an hour behind. So is he sniffing the ground? Is he following the female there?
Yeah, ngikutin.
Yeah, following.
Is this likely to be his cub?
Maybe yes.
Maybe yes. So it could actually be that the male is here because of the female's presence. So he may also maybe be wanting to mate. Is that possible?
Kemungkinan itu ada, tapi yang pasti yang jantan ngejar anak mungkin bisa.
So it's literally just it doesn't want more tigers in the area.
Jadi mau
Competition.
teritorial.
Iya, memperebutkan teritorial berarti.
That's incredible. So you're seeing right now, it's not just the human wildlife that you're watching here and those interactions, you're also witnessing tiger on tiger too. It's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very exciting. Wow.
Here, the genuine affection the people have for the tigers is obvious. This is perhaps the Pawang's true legacy. It created a deep-rooted respect and understanding. They know better than most how the health of this ecosystem relies on predators like the tiger. It has always been a fine balancing act, and these people feel it intrinsically. Times may be harder now as the outside world pushes in on the island's resources. But they really are bonded with these big cats in a connection that runs deeper than any transactional values we know today. It is not just the tiger population that needs protection here, but the wisdom, tolerance, and experience of these ancient cultures too. In a world with so few wild spaces left, our ability to coexist is more vital than ever.